Hello Hoolicorn Hoopers, and welcome to the next in our series of mobile hoop classes. The first two were the basics of hooping, how to move with your HDPE hoop and how to move with your Polypro hoop. So this week I just wanted to expand on that a little bit further. There are more ways you can move with your hoop besides just going round and round in a circle. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of things before introducing the tricks, because these are the types of moves, on-body moves, that you would need to be able to progress to the next trick, and some of them are actually the foundation of certain tricks. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because it is pretty self-explanatory once you get going, and chances are you are actually already doing some of this in your hooping as it is anyway. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to start from the beginning and move step by step through everything. So let's get going. Right, so you would have already learned getting your hoop going, and the magical circles in keeping your hoop up. So that was the first one. Simple, you probably have already been doing it, you just don't know you're doing it, and that is a stall turn. So you keep your body still and your hoop keeps going, and it actually gives your hoop a little bit more momentum. If you are starting to drop your hoop, if you're starting to lose it a little bit, it's starting to go a little bit wonky, that's a great way of getting it back going again. And you just turn on one foot and that's it. So that's the one, that's called a stall turn. Then we have a waist stall. And you can set it in the opposite direction again. It's basically just stopping your hoop. You do have quite a few different breaks that you can do. This is not a break as such. That would be a waist break. But this is to stall the hoop. And you can do it for many tricks. You can do it in an elbow, which we'll get to later. And then also a double-handed for taking it off, which we'll get to later as well. So it's just stalling the hoop basically, like the name says. And as you can see, they will lead to further tricks. So try it and see whatever tricks come up for you, because that's how I found most of my natural hooping, was just to try random things. Okay, and then finding spaces. This one is a biggie because it is the foundation for a lot of tricks, so I've left it for last. Basically, when I say finding spaces, it's finding the space between yourself and your hoop. So, whoopsie. And it's all about connecting more with your hoop, and that's what it's about. Finding the spaces so that you know how much time you have to play with for your arm. Now this can lead to quite a few tricks which will be covered. Most notable one, or one that comes to memory first, is your shoulder hooping. It's also used to lift the hoop off your body, and that's what I'm going to show you for now. The rest will come later. So I hope you've enjoyed that little extra tidbit on how to waist hoop or move with your hoop on your waist. I will be starting to do a lot more tricks from next week on possibly. There's still a couple more basics that I'd like to get, but I'd like to do smaller tutorials so that it's bite-sized pieces. So if you do have anything that you'd like me to cover that I haven't, or well, I might still in later tutorials, but let me know anyway, and I'm happy to put something together for you. Thank you so much for joining me.